they've got sales that have declined 26% in the last week. Prior to that, it was down 21%. Prior to that, down 17%. And this all started with the whole Dylan Mulvaney thing. I think that's kind of a trend. I want your take.
No, I think it's definitely a trend. One of the things we're saying, this didn't necessarily start with the whole Dylan Mulvaney thing. Their problems are more fundamental. This actually started when instead of embodying shareholder capitalism, which Anheuser-Busch did for a long time. When I joined the company in 2011, I was told, hey, this is the world's largest private equity firm that happens to sell beer. And that's what we did. I mean, you saw the stock price increase dramatically from 2011 to 2016. And then starting in 17 and 18, they really adopted the stakeholder capitalism model, or as opposed to serving their shareholders, which is firefighters, doctors, police officers, have like 401ks and that have their pensions in companies and rely on these companies to produce great products and services. All of a sudden, they adopt this stakeholder capitalism model, which says that, hey, now all of a sudden you have to listen to activists and political organizations. And unfortunately, we're starting to see the manifestation of that play out, not in Anheuser-Busch, but other companies as well. And we believe that's bad for American capitalism and also American democracy.
Oh, sure. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think this ESG stuff is really distracting us from the values that this country was really based on, right, from the very beginning. And capitalism is such a critical part of our economic strength and our freedom. And I know that that's one of the things that you guys are really trying to invest in, right? Companies that make the right decisions on that front. Anheuser-Busch, obviously not one of them. You were the president of sales and distribution there. You say this kind of started maybe a little while back. So maybe it was a process that was in the making. I would just ask this, if they change it all today, and by the way, they're trying. Have you seen the new commercials? They are trying.
They're trying.
But can you recover from this? I mean, it's kind of gonna stick with you, I think. These Bud Light drinkers, they don't like it.
It's going to be tough. I mean, they're only going to recover when they be clear about who they're trying to serve. Is it going to be those shareholders? And how do you drive shareholder value? It's by creating great products and services for your customer, being clear who your customer is. For Bud Light, their customer was always somebody that wasn't political, that didn't get involved in issues either on the left or the right. This was a brand that was about things that tend to bring us together. It was about football. It was about humor. It was about backyard barbecues. That's what it was about. And if this company would just come out and be explicit and say, you know what, we made a mistake. We got involved in politics. That's not what Bud Light does. We don't stand for getting involved in politics. We moved on from some of the marketing executives that made this bad choice. And moving forward, this brand will not get involved in divisive politics. That has to be the way forward. That has to be the step forward. So then all of a sudden their commercials can look authentic again. Yeah. Because right now they're trying to put out, they just put out actually like a decent commercial, like country music fans, Zach Brown songs. Like if they would have just done that a month ago, like they'd be in a much better position than sponsoring somebody that stands for divisive politics. But but I was just saying, it's so mind-boggling